Hey, so I wanted to make a quick video about something that I've been looking at over the last number of days, which is, I suppose, enabling Node-RED to be accessible via an LLM. So in my case, Claude, so that I can build, create, update Node-RED flows using natural language.
Okay, so just to explain what I've done is in Claude, I have configured Claude to allow it to have access to this Node-RED MCP server. And that MCP server has lots of MCP tools associated with Node-RED. So get flows, update flows, create flows, etc., etc. So lots of tools basically available in Claude now to interact with Node-RED. To put in some, I suppose, direction or guardrails, structure, etc. I've built my own Claude skill to instruct Claude on how to do the building in a good way, using good practices and what to do, what not to do, etc. And I might show that Claude skill towards the end. I'm just going to show a couple of quick examples of it working. So getting Claude to generate some flows and nodes, etc. in Node-RED. So just a very quick example here is just create a simple test node red flow with an inject and debug node. And when the inject is selected, I want a text basically written to the debug window. So again, see, these are the flows I have existing. I'm going to go here on the prompt. I'll just let it kind of get into it. So straight away it says, right, I better read the custom skill documentation to see what's the best way of building this Node-RED flow. And it's reading that at the moment, and now it knows what to do. So it's going to start using the tools that are available to it. You can see it's created it. If I come up here, merge, it's created this new flow, AI test flow. It's got a little inject node and a debug node. And I click the inject, just writes a little message out to the debug window. This is an AI generated flow. So that's brilliant. It's after creating a brand new flow using natural language. A couple of quick examples as well, what else it can do. So I have another prompt here. Can you update this flow to contain two new nodes? So just another inject and debug node with just a different message. And I suppose this is just to show an example of the first one created a new flow from scratch, and this is showing you how you can update an existing flow that it's created. So let it work its way through. It's reading the flow, it's updated it like I've asked it to. It's now propagated that to Node-RED. So it's added these two new nodes. So inject node, debug node, again, click the little inject, and this is an example of an AI updated existing flow. So really good. Create a new one, modify an existing one, just deploy that after moving it. And just another last little example. I'm trying to keep this quick and short and snappy, but just to show the kind of power of what I'm building out. One last little prompt here. So let's try something different. Can you update the flow to include a function node between the inject and the debug? And that function, I just wanted to create two random numbers between 1 and 10 and add the two numbers together and then just show the result in the debug window. So if I was going to clear the debug window, give it the new prompt. Now it's reading this existing flow to understand it. It's updating the flow based on what I've asked it to do. Excuse me. Okay, it's done the changes. I'm going to accept them. So it's added this new function. And if I just have a quick look at the function, nice little function, nice commenting, something simple. And when I click the inject, you can see created number 1 is 4, number 2 is 5, and the sum is 9. So press it again, two sets of random numbers, and adding them together. So this is just, I suppose, an example of how you can integrate these types of things together and I guess create your own co-pilot, if you like to call it that, and start building things in Node-RED using natural language. I suppose the important bit I kind of mentioned at the start was the custom skill. So I wanted to put that in place just to make sure that it had repeatable results. Just really quickly show what that looks like. So in here, created a new capability. So I have a skill in here called the Node-RED Flow Management. I found some good documentation online for best practices and guidelines for building flows. So I incorporated that into my skill generation. Might have this open still, possibly. Let me have a look and see. So the skill file itself. I'm not going to go through this, this is quite long, but it just kind of give you an idea of what's in here. So list of kind of available tools, some safety rules. So always do certain things, never do others, ask for confirmation under certain circumstances, some examples, some descriptions about nodes, etc., etc. So I suppose this is the key point as well. I suppose for building out these types of functions or capabilities, that you need to put some cleverness into it as well. Otherwise, your results might vary. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm actually having a bit of fun with this one, building it out. What I quite like about this approach as well is, as I'm using it and getting into more complex flow generation and different nodes that maybe haven't been used up until that point, if I find that it's generated something a little bit funny and I need to explain to it how to do something a little bit better, I can get it to then update the skill file, so that the next time I use it, it'll know exactly what to do with that complex node. So hopefully that's interesting. I thought just put it out there because I thought someone might get some use out of this. I might put something out again when I've kind of developed this further. So yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.